Okay, guys, as simply as I can possibly explain it, you are a soul in an avatar on a realm that is designed for your growth and evolution. At the end of your life, if you have properly processed through your lessons and what your lessons were trying to teach you and integrated those lessons and turned them into wisdom, then you get to graduate into the next level of consciousness for your next experience as a soul. There are only two paths to take, and only two. One, I will simplify by calling it the Christ consciousness path. It is the angel in training, so to speak. It is the radiant personality, the giver, the service to others personality, and the other path is the anti-Christ consciousness path. That would be the demon in training. That would be the taker, the magnetic personality that pulls from others what it needs for its own thriving. That is the service to self personality. Those are the only two paths there are to take. Creator does not care which path you take. It just wants you to evolve to one of them. If you do not receive a passing grade, so to speak, in this lifetime, you will just retake your class again and again and again, which we call reincarnation. You cannot progress to higher states of consciousness, therefore higher realms of existence, if you have not passed the level we're currently at. Okay. That being said, everyone on the planet right now is understood to be the souls that are most likely able to graduate to one of the two paths. Most of the people on this planet, their souls are wanting to align with the Christ consciousness path. Okay, so most likely you're one of them. Again, no judgment for those who are looking to experience their learning through what we call the negative path, the magnetic personality. However, for the ones who are trying to align to the Christ consciousness path, I want to offer you this truth, as painful as it might be, because what is happening is a lot of people who are beautiful souls who are giving in their hearts and are trying to do what they feel is best are getting lost in the story and are missing the conclusion of the story, therefore steering them off of being able to get that passing grade to move on to fourth density service to others at the end of this incarnation. Christ consciousness is obtaining enlightenment. It is wisdom. It is the wisdom that we are all at the core one entity. We are creator. Creator expanded, created all. Therefore, at the core, creator flows through all. Therefore, all is sacred. All is divine. Creator answers to no one. It simply freely creates as it can, where it can, and how it can. It has no master. We, as extensions of Creator, are also designed to live the same. We are not meant to have a master. Young souls, such as us at third density, can align with that for a while, but it should be able to be our catalyst to move out of it and onto the fourth density Christ consciousness path. We are not meant to be enslaved. We are meant to be able to create as sovereign beings. So in order to align with the Christ consciousness path, you have to not just understand the concept like a check in a box. You have to integrate that as true knowing that all is creator, all is divine, and all is sovereign. Therefore, you must be willing to protect and preserve the free will of others. You must be willing to not violate another's free will. This is important to understand because so many beautiful souls with big hearts are supportive of practices that are violating the free will of others, not just in the country of America here, but all over the world. They, because their emotions are triggered and they are feeling vulnerable and scared of perceived threats, are supportive of people in positions of authority to take away the rights of others, to force them into lockdown, to mask mandates. They are censoring people who don't have the same opinions as to the narrative that is being tossed at us. These are being allowed by the people because there is a group of people who believe it is okay or don't want to get involved or what have you. The flaw with this is that we cannot, as a soul, be allowed to step up and create from closer to an angelic realm if we are not willing to protect what we are given here. If we cannot protect the sovereignty and the divinity of life here, how in the world are we going to at higher states of consciousness? So if you are striving to get onto the Christ consciousness path, this is your opportunity to wake up and recognize that as well-meaning as you may be in feeling as though the government is okay in continuing measures such as lockdown, censoring, mask mandates, forced vaccines, as much as you might feel that that's okay, you have to just recognize that you will be held accountable for your choices as to what path you supported as a soul. We cannot have a better world if our people, if the world itself is not allowed to be free. If we are violating the free will of others, we are not aligning with the Christ consciousness path. There's no way around this. There's no loophole. It is very black and white. Fortunately, Creator has made it very clear for us to see because these are the true paths. This is the truth. You are either supported of sovereignty or you are supportive of the oppression of sovereignty, and that's it. So, when you go to the polls tomorrow, and not just tomorrow, anytime when we are electing, town council or state officials, anytime when we are supporting the actions of others who are openly suppressing others, we are giving them that blessing to do so. We are the problem. We are continuing that cycle of the Antichrist path. Now, we're likely not evil enough to ever actually get onto that path because we have good hearts. But we will continue to repeat their density because we have not yet been willing to draw a line in the sand and say, no, sir or ma'am. You can recommend measures to keep us safe, but you cannot impose against another's free will. And if we are not willing to do that, if we are willing to excuse those things because we believe the narrative or because we are fearful, okay. But just understand that you as a soul will have to answer for your choices. You will have to answer for why you not only continue to support the oppression of yourself as a sovereign soul, but that you supported the oppression of your children, the oppression of your neighbors, the oppression of your country and of your planets. This year and every year, truly, every interaction we have from the micro to the macro, it is not about political parties. It is not about who's a good guy or the bad guy. It is about, do you align with the Christ consciousness path, and are you working toward it more and more and more to get that passing grade? Or do you support through your votes, through your actions, through your ignorance, through your ignoring of the Antichrist path, the oppression? That's it. So I hope this makes sense. It is my intention that it helps to set the moral compass straight, because things do get dicey when you get emotions involved and when we start to feel vulnerable and scared. But in the end, you have to remember you are a soul. You are not really a human in this body. You are a soul, and your soul is looking to evolve and grow. And if we keep getting distracted in the middle because we can't get to the conclusion, the bottom line is, are you supportive of sovereignty, or are you okay with the violation of sovereignty? That's it. If this is helpful, please share this message. I don't care if you share the video, but share the message. And again, the Creator has made it very clear for those of us that are not involved in the political thing. You don't have to be well-versed. You can see censorship is censorship. Forcing someone to do something when they don't want to is still oppression. So again, from the micro to the macro, you can still put your energies into what you are supporting, because that is how you're going to receive your passing grade into one path or the other, or we just stay at third density. All right, that's it, guys. Good luck on your journey. Namaste.